I'm Hello Rodney. Thanks for clicking on my video. If it's all ephemeral, and that's all is left, let me get my glasses. If it's all ephemeral, and all that's left is echoes of what we were, then that's cool too. We'll just add our little noise to the great cacophony of history. We're already winners of the greatest prize of all. What's the prize? What did we win? We're already winners of the greatest prize of all. I love this letter. This person sent it to me. I don't talk about personalities too much on YouTube, because it's all private to me. It's all private. YouTube, for those of you who haven't been around YouTube very long, or I don't know. There used to be all these trolls, you know, they were all, you know, dropping docs and doing this and doing that, all that stuff. And I was just really interested in the whole concept of this kind of media, you know. To me, it's magic. You get a little camera and you push a button, you start saying some stuff, and then you plug it in the computer and hit a few buttons, and then the world can see what you just got through doing. It's amazing. So I was going to places like, what's the name of the place? Stickam. And I stumbled into this room once. And for those of you that don't know anything about YouTube, or very little about it, you know, there was, in the beginning of YouTube, YouTube was a very, very small place. I was at one time the 75th most subscribed person on YouTube. You gotta think about that. Now I think I'm the 75th millionth. But people, you know, it was so small, you know, so I showed up in this room, and the people there knew me, you know. I didn't know them, but they knew me, and, you know, they were, you know, they were kind of happy to see, you know, someone that, because YouTube was really small, you know. It was like being a small fish in a small pond, rather than being a little bit of algae, a little plankton in the ocean. It was like that. A little fish in a little pond. Now it's like a little piece of plankton in the ocean. And so they kind of liked the fact that I was there. But they were all trolls. It was like I walked into a troll bar, you know. But I didn't say anything to anybody. After a while, you know, they weren't real trollish, you know, while I was there the first time. But I would go back every once in a while, and I started to go there fairly often, you know, just because, you know. So I can be accepted in lots of different venues and like by lots of different people, because people trust me. Like this letter I got. I would never give up these kind of things. Although I thought about copying this letter and sending it to a friend of mine. This friend of mine and I, it's not that we're become, what is the word? Alienated from one another. This friend of mine is so busy working constantly. And it's nice to know that there are people in the world that care about you. Or at least care about the image that flickers on the screen. It's kind of bizarre. There's been a lot of people that know me on YouTube, but they've never met me. I've only met one person on YouTube. One person. It was funny, this one person said to me once, "Oh, are you ever going to go to these, are you ever going to go to a YouTube gathering?" And I said, "Are you trying to put the make on me?" You should never ask me again. No. I've never been to a YouTube gathering. Strange. I did a video today where I brought out this two totally different things that I got to comment on one of my videos the other day about utopia and dystopia. And I said something about the steel helmet and the bunny rabbit. And I had started writing a story a long time ago about some bunny rabbits. And I did it as a study for a comic strip. And it became very complex. Incredibly complex. I should revisit that. What time is it? 3:47 p.m. I just got out of bed. You know, I take this medication. I take this prostate medication, which helps me sleep so I don't get out of bed at night. This is good. And then I have thyroid medication. And then I have this antidepressant medication. Because I'm very sensitive, you know. A lot of sensitive people are on antidepressant medication. It makes me more. Or less. I can't remember. But I forgot to take it last night. Because I was taking it at night. And I forgot to take it. So I just got through taking it before I laid down, or a while before I laid down. And I took it and whoa. Actually, it wasn't like that at all. It was just I laid down, and it doesn't really have that much of an effect on me, but it probably does. It probably does. I can't believe what's happening in the world right now. The headlines of the day. Wow. Dystopia, utopia. You know, some people think, oh, I wish I was young again. I wouldn't mind being young again. I wouldn't mind doing my life over again, but only in that time frame. Knowing what I grew up with as a child and the way things were at that period, I don't think that, I think that I'm one of the last of a generation of normal people. Now that's a pretty egotistical thing to say. It's a medication. It's the medication. I'm too sensitive. Things just pop out on my daughter. She was like in the 2nd grade. And she said something to her school teacher. And it was really... And she told her mom, Mom, the words just fell out of my mouth. She was like in the 2nd grade. And she was actually only old enough to be in the 1st grade. Because after being in school for 2 weeks in kindergarten, she was saying that she was so bored. And so we went down to talk to the people at the school, and they said, well, we were getting ready to call you. And they put her in the first grade because she was, she was ready. But sometimes the words just fall out of my mouth because they're very sensitive.